And the tiebreakers return here at the Eastern European DPC Division 2. I'm Harry Freak, and now we're going to be watching the second game of the best of one round robin. It is going to be YNT versus Rise Esports. These two teams have faced off at the first day of the Eastern European DPC Division 2. So it was on January the 31st. That's 3 weeks ago, guys. So a lot has changed since then. And Rise Esports, I have to say, they looked a lot better back then, and they still lost. So I'm having a lot of faith that YNT are going to be taking this one, but let's see. Rise Esports, have they had good performances against good teams? No. Actually, okay, they did beat Sigma 2-0, but that was in the first week. After the first week, lost 2-0 against PuckChamp, lost 2-0 against Hydra, lost 2-0 against Cybercats. Overall, won barely against X3 with a score 2-1. So I'm definitely here favoring YNT, especially after they beat Cybercats. For me, Cybercats were the best one coming into the round robin. You know, just from their last couple of performances. But it seemed like YNT, they had their number. But YNT did play against PuckChamp. They did win the game. So I'm. And second game, they forced out 50 minutes of it. So yeah, maybe I underestimated YNT a little bit too much. They did lose against Sigma. Again, they did win a game, and the first one, usually the first game in the series is going to go towards YNT, but it wasn't the case against Rise Esports, which is the team that they're going to be playing against now. That is one thing to definitely keep in mind. So we're waiting for the draft to start. The players should already be in the lobby. So I'm hoping we do get ourselves in there. That's probably what is going to be happening now in just a moment. And there it is. The draft has started with the Naga being banned out first. Pretty sure the Brood is going to follow. And yeah, there it is. YNT, they're not going to be playing against the Brood without the Naga. YNT have been doing really well with the Naga Siren. So actually, against Sigma, they lost twice with the hero. So one of it was against the Tinker, though. So maybe that cannot really be counted as something. But it is definitely a hero that Rise don't want to be playing against. And that is a hero with which YNT took a game from PuckChamp. Something that Rise Esports were not able to do. So no surprises here in the bans. What's left, Treant Protector. It's probably going to be the one picked up. Yep, Rise Esports, they go for him. So what do we have now? Probably like DP, Tusk, DP, Clockwork, Clash Tusk, Clash Clockwork, something along those lines. There's the DP and the Clockwork, yep. So they're gonna get those two. I like the response. This is a pretty good pick coming out from the side of Rise Esports. They definitely came prepared. They want to be winning today. If they lose this one, we are gonna know that YNT are gonna be at the top. They're gonna be the fourth team in the Eastern European DPC, if you can call that the top, but at the top of the round robin today. If, on the other hand, YNT loses and Cybercats wins next game, well, then it's gonna be a round robin happening yet again, and we're gonna have another round between these three teams, until we ultimately find the winners. Other than these two, Cybercats are in it as well. Just for a reminder, maybe for you guys that haven't been paying attention or haven't been on the stream so far. This is gonna be the Tusk being banned out, so you don't want to be playing against that as the Bat Rider, even though yesterday we saw Bat being picked into a Tusk, and I actually think it won, right? Yep, it won. It was Hydra versus PuckChamp. It crushed it. Though Hydra are a different beast for sure in the Eastern European DPC here in Division 2. In Division 2, they were just so dominant, pretty much like Hellraisers and Amiga were in the last Division 2. No one could touch them. So, Rise Esports, they're banning out heroes that are good against the Bat in lane. They're maybe going to get rid of the Ember as well. I doubt if you're YNT that you want to put the DP in the mid lane. It would be unwise, most likely. And, you know, DP Clockwork is already a pretty decent lane to play. Let's see, Rise Esports, is that going to be what you're gunning for? Yegor has played a ton of Ember. He has played Ember into a Bat with varying success, as we have seen that happen. Yegor does play the bat himself, so he should know the hero inside and out. And it has mostly been YNT playing the DP in the offlane, and I would argue it's a better position for it, especially in Division 2. In Division 1 games, Tier 1 games, everything is a lot different than we have it here. But they're taking their time here, Rise Esports. They're going to be losing a ton of reserve, and this ban is really important. So right now you're thinking, are we protecting the ban? They're going to ban out the Viper. I don't remember YNT playing a Viper. Definitely not.
Radiant team
that is a weird one. A really weird one coming out from them.
Silencer.
Yeah, no Vipers that I see. The Silencer will come out. That is a counter to the bat. At every point in the game, you use the Arcane Curse on him, and yeah, boy, you can't even play Dota. You want to spam out your spells, you're not going to be able to.
10 seconds remaining.
That Viper ban is still a mystery to me. When we look at YNT, they're just banning out pushing heroes. They don't want to be allowing Rise Esports to have pushing heroes plus the Chain Protector. We've seen that combo a couple of times. Ursa will come out. That's actually a pretty nice against the nice hero against the DP, because you want to have some burst damage against her. And considering that the burst position 4s haven't really been looking the greatest. The techies, the Hoodwink, the Snapfire. Snapfire, not that much of a burst, but so you want to go for a carry that does it. And Marcy and Dirsa have been the ones that have been dealing well with the DP. Of course, because of the burst potential. So we know Chain Protector probably going to be laning with Dirsa. It doesn't have to be that way. You could go for something like Crystal Maiden if you really want to apply pressure on this Death Prophet. But they will go for the Hoodwink. Hoodwink has looked terrible here. It has been played quite a lot in the first week as well. Then it was completely forgotten because he has 25% win rate. 5 and 15. That is insane. The Storm will come out. That is a solid one against the Bat, because the Bat cannot follow you. Every time he tries to go on you, you're just putting down the Remnant. Can't do much. You can make a mistake and die, but I'm pretty sure Yegor knows what he's doing. He's pretty good on the Spirit heroes, and you do have really good heroes to kill. Batrider, before he gets a BKB, is easy target for you. Not a lot of lockdown that is going to be able to catch on the Storm. Of course, if they connect with the first stun, there's a good chance that he's gonna die, but he does have a silencer that can actually stop any kind of combos from coming through. So I like it. It's actually quite nice, even though the Storm hasn't been picked a lot. Every time I've seen it, it has looked solid. You know, even in the games it has lost, it's currently 50% in 4 games played, so not a huge sample to look at.
Radiant team ban.
Slark removed by Rise. And YNT, they know that their enemies, they need a tanky frontliner, something that's going to be starting up the fight. The center would have actually been quite nice. If they want to ban out something similar as well, they might get rid of the Tide. Tide seems like a good one for Rise Esports. Unless you want to pick something like a Monkey, but I doubt it. I guess if something like a Monkey gets banned out right now, you just ban the Tide. Something like a Timber, not really. The Zoo heroes banned out, so there's no opportunity for that either.
Radiant team ban.
What is Rise afraid of? They're gonna ban out the Trial. Sniper actually could be good for YNT. So we'll see what they actually want to go for. Faceless Void could be decent against what Rise have, but it's not good with what YNT have.
10 seconds
what is Lucas
remaining.
Gonna play?
5 seconds remaining.
Earlier he played Dirsa. What has he played recently?
Dire team
Naga, Lina, those are out. He has played a Medusa, which is actually a pretty decent hero against the Ursa, I guess. I wouldn't hate it. He's played a lot of illusion-based heroes, which
10 seconds
their blade,
remaining.
you don't really want to pick it against what you're up
5
up now.
seconds remaining.
They did leave the Tide Hunter in the
Radiant
pool.
team pick.
I still think it's quite nice, but it's gonna be a Doom for Rise. Okay, I'm a little bit afraid for the initiation of Rise in terms of who's gonna give you division so that the heroes can start jumping in. So you see a Doom. Morphling is in the pool.
10 seconds
That could be a
remaining.
decent one. Buys a Manta. Can buy a Lincoln's if need be. Lanes relatively
5
well against the
seconds
Doom.
remaining.
Looking at YNT heroes, they have played the TA in the past. I'm not a fan of the TA here, no. Void, they have played it. I'm gonna say the Void is probably the best one that is left from what he has played in the past. He's gonna go for a Terrorblade, okay. Okay, so he does pick up a Terrorblade against the Batrider. Overall, Terrorblade doesn't care much about the Doom. So this is what the Terrorblade players are gonna tell you. I'm afraid of if I'm getting stunned, but if I am getting doomed and I can attack, it's no problem. I'm still gonna be fine. He does have a global size. It's usually gonna allow him to get his ulti off. Vision is on the side of YNT. Catch is on the side of YNT. Lanes could be difficult for YNT. So I think if you do well in the lanes here, if you're YNT, if you get the Storm into a solid amount of farms, you're gonna be winning this one. I do see them as the favorites, comparing them to Rise Esports, especially now that they did win
10 seconds
the previous series
remaining.
as well. So I'm gonna be thinking
5
they got
seconds
this. Rise
remaining.
Esports recently, they haven't been looking good. They've been looking good at the start of the tour, but even then they lost against YNT. So I'm gonna be inclined to believe that it is gonna be YNT that land the victory here and secure themselves the 4th spot and that nice prize in terms of money here. So it is gonna be $11,000 if they win, and I mean less than that, either 9 or it's gonna be 9, the least that they secure themselves, at least if the tiebreaker ends in this round. But overall, if they win this one, it is gonna be $11,000, which is gonna be a nice bounty for the team. You don't get to Division 1, but at least you do get some nice money for your troubles here on YNT. So they're definitely going to be looking for a victory. Rise Esports, of course, they're not going to try to drop the ball. If they win this one and the next one, they could be the ones that go for it. But if they win this one and lose the next one, then we're going to have another round robin that is going to be deciding our victors here. I don't know how many of those we're gonna have before admins say, okay, that's enough. We're gonna be playing those 1 versus 1 mid lanes, which would actually be quite fun to see. With that being said, guys, we do have a game on our hands. Game is ready, but before it, a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And we will get ourselves into the second game of the day. Second game of this best of 1 round robin between the teams YNT and Rise Esports are gonna be on the menu now. Black Archangel sporting his cat ears there. I'm just very scared if he uses that headset against Cybercats once more, because kind of looks like an agent with it. No. But anyways, we're seeing Rise Esports quite motivated. They are talking quite a lot on the top lane, though. Their trees are going to be taken down. They didn't come over to defend them. And their heroes aren't the greatest at doing so. It's going to be very important for YNT to cut down a lot of the trees in this game. You're up against the Hoodwink, up against the Treant. You want to make sure that they have nowhere to hide and they have nothing to tie you to. Let's see if it does work out for them. I'm looking at Rise. I'm very much afraid of their lane pushing capabilities. The Chain Protector is going to have to do some really big shenanigans throughout the game. Because the Terrorblade illusions, they're going to be in your face all the time. Lucas, going to be smacking Blizzy a couple of times, but that's going to be it. 2 for 2 in terms of runes, no surprise there. And we are going to be starting the game on equal footing as far as I see. No wards have been taken down. Only 1 sentry so far. There is a ward there in the mid lane and a ward in the jungle of YNT that is going to be looking at this Hoodwink if Arrow does try to rotate towards mid and change something there. which would be quite nice. Yegor, immediately in the mid lane, is taking a ton of damage. You have to be careful if you're Yegor. Gonna have to use the stick charges there, and already the bat is applying pressure with Storm, only getting 1 CS out of the waves there. Let's see if we can change that one. Yegor, you cannot die. Overall, Storms usually can do okay against the Batrider in terms of surviving. But if you start off this badly in terms of CS, it's actually a disaster. Dodgen already has 4 denies, and he's going to be able to CS quite nicely under the tower. 5 denies make it. This is bad for a Storm Spirit. Whoever gets level 6 first here is going to be in a huge advantage. I'm really liking Dodgen's moves there, just making sure that the Remnants don't latch on him. Finally, Yegor is going to be getting himself the 2nd CS. That is not a good start. And speaking about a good start, Slayer is going to have an awesome one. He gets the first blood, of course, doesn't have the glaives, so no added intelligence for him, no stealing the intelligence of a squirrel. If you guys have watched Rick and Morty, you should know squirrels, they're very, very smart and organized. Black Archangel dropping low. Vier, he's going to be pushed back by Dino. He won't allow his buddy to die. Black Archangel, he stays there for as long as possible, but in the end he will have to move away, go for a sal. But now he's ready to continue fighting.
Denied.
Smacking Bigram a bit. It is the idea here that Prophet needs to keep Black Archangel away. If it's a 1 versus 1, Clockwork doesn't have the battery assault, well, Black Archangel will be winning the trade. But if Yark is also using some right clicks, then it is going to be completely different. So far, so good in terms of this laning stage for YNT. Even with the Storm starting off on a bad note, he is starting to do well in terms of CS and farming quite nicely for himself. Though no one is being shut down. The top lane, we see the least amount of CS on both of the cores, and that is because the Drain Protector was applying pressure overall. Dodgen, he'll get the living armor put on him. That is one thing that we haven't discussed. Any kind of defensive capabilities for a bat increases his offensive potential quite a lot. No pull on the Storm. He's probably going to be getting the Vortex right now. You need that one if the path is going for you. Bottom lane. Blade has been caught. He's going to stand his ground and fight. I mean, nothing more that he can do there. The Flames of Hell is used to those, so he'll be able to survive it. He is a demon. Nice acorn shot. We took heroes right next to each other. No creeps in the vicinity. They're going to be taking a massive amount of damage. The huge amount of denies in the mid lane, though, they do continue. Bat crushed early on. Now when he's level 3, level 4, that is when you can actually kill the Storm. Arrow, speaking about kills, he's gonna get the bushwhack off and should be able to survive through this, but ever so barely. Slayer, on the other hand, is dropping low. Terrorblade does come forward, and Lucas, he's taking some damage himself as well. So we'll see if he'll be able to survive. He needs to hide in the trees, even with a lot of creeps there next to his tower. He understands that very easily he could be ran down. Doom does have the Troll Priest there, so we'll be able to heal himself up if he wants to. Does have the mangoes necessary, and it seems like he doesn't need anything more. Black Archangel dies on the top lane. Dino could follow suit, but having the Earth Shock, he'll get himself into a safe position and just continue farming. This is very annoying for the Ursa on top. He's starting to be pushed back. I don't want that to happen. For now, he's farming well, as are the other 2 cores from Rise. Even with the good amount of CS, the Terrorblade is not topping the network chart. Understandable against the Devour. It's never easy. Storm, he doesn't have any sticks. He doesn't have a bottle. It's starting to become dangerous for him, and more likely that the Batrider will be hitting level 6 first, and then, well, then if you're a Storm, there's a good chance that you die. That's why Yegor is gonna be moving himself into the jungle. He understands the dangers there. So guys, if you ever want the troll creep to spawn some skeletons, you just make sure you hit it first. Once you do hit it, then it does spawn the skeletons, and you get some extra gold if you do have the ability to farm them, of course. Doom gets the arcane boots, so he's gonna be able to heal himself up. We'll see if he finds a better creep. Doesn't want the harpy. Actually doesn't have the devour to get it. It is on cooldown. He's gonna be healing himself up there, and really that's a lot of HP that he gets given back. Even with the metamorphosis, YNT, they can only apply pressure. They cannot get the kill. Huh? But Rise, they can. Bushwhack missing. I think even with that, Slayer is just dead. Actually, Blizzy going forward. He does have the living armor. Let's see if that's going to be enough to survive. Lucas going forward. But I'm not sure you're winning this one. Blizzy with the sticks. He's surviving, and Lucas will be taken down. He thought he had it. But the living armor just gives way too much tankiness to the Doom. And the start for Rise Esports, it is amazing. Rider, he does have the regen. The haste there. It's gonna be targeted by the silencer, but should be able to survive through this one, especially with the 10 stick charges. That is an interesting rotation there. We'll be leaving the Terrorblade all alone. But the Doom, look at his net worth. Also now he's gonna be left alone there to secure more levels. He does get his Doom ready. Dino needs to escape. Bignam gets blocked in by Vierx. He's not going to be able to get on top of Dino. And Dirsa will be fine, but still slapped away towards the tower. You need to be very careful if you're the Dirsa. Even though he's being pressured, he's not really struggling in terms of farm. He might be struggling in terms of how much he's surviving. Oh, dodges the Script Swarm. Very nicely done, and Lucas will be dying to the Doom on the bottom lane. So the first usage there of the spell will be doing so well for them. And Rise Esports, they came in a different manner today. They came to win, and they're doing really well now in the early game. We haven't seen a comeback for quite some time. I have to say every single game that I've casted in the past couple of days, and there've been a lot of those. I haven't seen a big comeback apart from the one where HF they lost their power, and then of course they lost the game, but that's about it. So Rise Esports, a very good start to the laning phase, an amazing one. To the game in general. This is not only the laning phase, we're getting out of it. We're now starting to see the first rotations. And speaking of, Yegor does get the kill. It's very important for Yegor to do well in this game. So looking at the heroes of YNT, if you want someone to have a good game, it is the Storm. He's the space creator. He's the one who's going to be doing a lot in the early stages of the game. So you cannot have him be behind, and he's at the top of the network chart. We're of course not gonna count the Doom, who is just unfairly farmed here. Bjerg, he did get a lot of levels, a lot of experience, but in terms of farm, he's nowhere near Dirsa. Understandable. This is a melee hero we're talking about on Dirsa, so he's always gonna be able to last it slightly better. So I've seen a ton of denies come out from both the Clockwork and the DP, so I'm actually surprised that here says this farm 46 CS is nothing to laugh at. Base boots already. He's gonna have a full perseverance if he wants to. Yegor gets the zip away. No lasso still on the bat, so very interesting there. I think with it you might actually be able to bring down Yegor, but he does get himself into the safe position, and the Storm will be fine. He's maxing out the first spell, showing that he wants to put more emphasis in farm. And I like it. It's not about fighting here. It's about farming. And also, if someone is in the cogs, they're still going to be caught by every single remnant. So you do have good setups to make sure that the remnants do go off and you can burst people down. YNT. I mean, late game, they're great. But with this kind of a start, that late game might never come. Yegor is now rotating. He wants to fight. But he was spotted by a ward when he was DPing in here, so Rise, they know. He's gonna be waiting a bit, and now goes for arrow. That's gonna be a very dead squirrel with stick charges. Does get himself a little bit healthier there, but in the end does get taken down easily. Top lane, Black Archangel, Dino, they still don't want to be giving this tower away. Black Archangel has been found. Nice move there coming up from Bjerg. Wants to get the kill, and Black Archangel, he's dead. Dodging the DP and should be able... Oh, actually, Global Silence. They want to kill Dirsa. They will be able to. The enrage is not going to help you because you won't get it off. Dodging. He wants Bjerg, but actually he's in a really bad position. Yegor is going to be coming forward. You don't have a lasso. You might not have your life. You just TP'd in here. And without the Firefly, how do you actually get out? He's gonna be blocked in. Beautifully done by Vierk. Let's see if they can keep the rest of them away. Yegor doesn't have enough mana, and Dodgen seems to be living through this with the Chain Protector coming back to the world of the living. That bushwhack onto the Clockwork, that was the right target. Ooh, that's a bad sequence of events. Very nice usage of the Global Silence just before the Ursa wanted to use his Enrage and turn onto the DP. The silence comes out. Bottom tower will be dropping down, so the first ones to claim the tower are going to be Rise. They still have this Treant, and they're going to try to defend the top tower with everything they have. So far, they have been very successful with their intentions. Yegor. Oh, he's going to find the Fairy Trinket. Going to be very, very happy with that one. That's the perfect item for the Storm. Probably going to be holding on to it for a very, very long time. All this is happening. Lucas is farming the mid lane. His team would probably like him to join for the top tower. The thing is that he very easily dies before he gets the Manta or a BKB. So he wants an early Manta. It's even not going to be a Dragonlance. Usually we see something like a Dragonlance, Yasha, BKB. But Manta makes a lot of sense. They have a BKB piercing disabled. They can't be removed by the Manta in the overgrowth, so you want to have that item as soon as possible. And I think the main point here for the Terrorblade is pushing out the waves. Dodgen finally skills up the lasso, so he has that one. Slayer pushing Blizzy away. The Storm jumps in. He has been silenced. We need to be careful as Yegor get himself away, but he will be lasso. Doom is still at the ready. Blizzy think about the reconnecting there. The hookshot will not connect, and it is going to be the Storm dead. Without the hookshot, Blizzy will live, and that's going to be him just continuing to ramp up the farm. His mech is also going to be done, so this Doom is going to be very, very hard to kill, if not impossible, especially once the Guardian Greaves come out. Your Global Silence, it's not going to be an issue any longer. He's playing against 2 Silences, so it is only natural that he wants to have the Guardian Greaves, plus the extra armor versus the Terrorblade. So he's going for a Yasha on the Terrorblade, but he's thinking about the Dragonlance now with another Blade of Alacrity. So Yasha seems to be just for farming, and Lucas not wanting to join the fray anytime soon. Once the Ursa gets the Battle Fury, that is when he matches or even is superior to farming against the Terrorblade. Vierk doesn't want Black Archangel to stop his push this time around. The Exorcism should be able to secure the tower. Exorcism is one of the best spells in terms of getting a tower from 100 to 0, so the Treant doesn't necessarily like playing against the DP. Let's see, Verho in the top lane. He does have the mech. He's gonna be going for the Guardian Greaves as well, understandable. He is playing against the Overgrowth and of course against the Bat. Nice things to purge off for sure. You're probably going to be seeing a couple of Lotus Orbs in this game, especially for the DP. That's something that you want to get on Rise Esports. They would like a Lotus, but yeah, not a lot of people can actually make it. Used Dodger is going to be found. Yeah, will get pushed back, and with the Global Silence, there's no save for him, so he's going to have to accept his destiny, which is going to be death. It's going to be Yegor that secures the kill. You give it to a really important hero, and we talked about the Storm, that you don't want to fall behind. Well, he is starting to. But at least, you know, he is close to some of the other cores. So even though when he's 6th on the network position, he's still close to the Ursa and the Batrider. Even the DP. Now the haste will be found. Yegor is working towards the Sanjin Kaya. Kaya already done. He does have the Fairy Trinket. This is working out pretty well for him. Even with the bit lower in terms of network, he will be able to zip quite a lot. For a Storm, though, the big timing is your level 12. That is when your speed of the ball lightning does increase significantly. He gets level 10 mana regen talent as well, so he's definitely gonna be able to farm quite a lot with the items that he has. Terrorblade wants the Manta now after the Dragonlance. After that, we'll see if the BKB is going to be on the menu, or maybe he wants to go for something like a Skadi, Linken's. Linken's really wouldn't be bad, because when you look at it, the only thing that can break the Linken's is the lasso and the Doom. And, I mean, we're more than happy to give that away. Doom now is going to be caught. Blizzy does have the mech, so this is not going to be an easy kill. Scratch that with 3 heroes surrounding him. He is going to be living a little bit longer, but not for too long. And Slayer finishes off the job, while his teammates are stunned up by the hoof stomp. He does finish off the Guardian Runes right now. Even if he had those, I doubt he lives, but that's going to be a big kill. Especially because he's the one at the top of the network chart. So in terms of gold, that's the best one you can get. He's only used the one ulti in this entire game on Blizzy. That was on the Terrible in the bottom lane. I would like him to use it maybe 1 or 2 more times now before the later portions of the mid game start, because then it's a little bit tougher, right? I want it to be a big engagement, big fight, not just to use it for a pickup, because then the enemies can utilize you not having that. But it's not looking like Rise Esports are gearing up for any kind of a movement. Okay, they are actually. And they are bringing the Doom. Lucas, he's saving the DD. YNT, you have to be careful. Lucas, do you want to go into the Roche? You don't have... They actually do have the global signs. They're going to use the exorcism. Rise Esports going into that one, not going to be easy. What is their initiation? They don't have any blink daggers. Just finish off the Guardian Greaves. And yeah, with the DD, this Roche is going to be falling fast. You don't want to allow the Storm to have that one. But you're going to have to. You're going to have to allow it. They're preparing for a fight after it. Do you have the resources to do it? Probably not. YNT just too strong right now. Big Num will get himself to the high ground and see that their heroes from Rise there. They just looked. Literally looked. Didn't even farm all that much while this was happening. So the Ursa was the only one getting something done. Dodgen getting jumped on. Yegor going forward. He's going to pull him back. This might be a little bit too deep, but actually it is not. Inside of the cogs, the global signs does come out, and it is going to be a dead Dodgen. Chain Protector did TP himself towards the top lane. Does have the shards, so that's going to be protecting him for now. That's going to be a nice kill coming out from YNT. Usually from the Roche pit you want things to reset, but considering that you weren't poked at all, they had all of their resources ready, and they just went for another kill, slowing things down even further. And now the Tailblade will have the Manta, so these lanes pushing out towards you, it's going to be an even bigger problem. Lucas with the Manta finally will have the stats necessary to be an issue. And I have to say, Rise Esports, they started off well in the game, but now it's looking a little bit tough for them. They don't have any initiation tools. They're going to be needing those blink daggers. Doom, Hoodwink, Batrider. Pretty necessary. But for the next 3 minutes and 45 seconds, almost 4 minutes, you're going to have to be dealing with the against Blizzy. Once VR, he'll get the Doom. There's nothing that this team is going to be doing about this one. They've left him alone, and they're just going to let him go. Very aggressive movement there from VR, but it is going to be a Doom being used, which means YNT can do whatever they want. And this is probably going to be them now trying to apply pressure. Storm has Ascension Kaya. We can expect an Aghanims to come for him, but maybe a Linken's. It is tough to say what he would want from an item. BKB, I don't think so, but Linken's would actually be a pretty decent one. Jumped, he does use his ulti. Clockwork, think about going in. Trying to dodge, not gonna be happening. And now he's inside of the cogs. The Storm jumping in. He's gonna turn around on Big Num. Actually surviving a little bit longer there because of the living armor. Not gonna be enough. Dodgen coming over, has the haste. And look at Diego, he's trying to protect his buddy. Flame Break is getting him low. There's gonna be a couple of more attempts there from the bat, but he doesn't connect with the sticky napalm, and after that he understands he cannot get the kill. Very nice wait there coming out from the Clockwork, knowing that if he goes immediately in because of the enrage, he could actually die. Doesn't happen in the end. Slayer blocks the camp, but he's gonna be using the Arcane Curse onto the next camp, so can't use it on Dodgen. Everything is gonna be fine. Does have the Force Staff. Very big item for sure, because when you look at Rise Esports, they don't really have a hard lockdown other than the lasso. That's it. So you're playing against the Doom, Bushwhack, also Overgrowth. You want to have it. There's the Lotus Orb we were talking about. For the Death Prophet, you definitely want it in this game against the Doom, against the Chain Protector, against the Bat. So many nice things. And the glyph will get used there. Treant wants to cut the wave. He's probably going to be able to do so, but Slayer is coming over to protect it. Black Archangel, he needs to get into the trees, and he's not going to be getting in because the Storm is already on top of him. He will find Black Archangel, who's going to use his ulti to try to survive, getting pulled in again. And it's looking very much apparent that he's going to be losing his life. He did buy some time for his team. The exorcism will expire until VR gets towards the tower. But the thing is, you don't have a glyph and no Treant for 25 seconds, so this could be a tier 2 going down. Let's see, they're pinging it out. Rise Esports are not TPing in. They don't have much interest in defending it. Lucas with the Metamorphosis there for at least
Radiant's middle tower
a couple of more seconds. We'll have the damage necessary to take it down. No living armor, no extra heals, no extra armor, no life. They do bring it down, and it is going to be YNT. They open up the map quite nicely for themselves. They're 1,000 gold ahead, and when you look at Rise Esports, the only hero really that is doing well on their side is the Doom. And his impact has been pretty much negligible out of the laning phase. He had that one Doom killing the DP on the top lane, but that's about it. Let's see if he can change it up. Hoodwink going for a ATOS. As I mentioned, they are lacking on hard lockdowns. This isn't a hard lockdown, but it's definitely going to help. And if you do get a Gleipnir at some point in the game, the Hoodwink could transition into a very nice damage dealing core. And it's going to be a Storm going for Linken's. DB going for Linken's as well. This is going to be a problem. Rise Esports, they have to start making something happen. Ursa is farming, but he's not going to be beating a Terrorblade later on. The armor, Terrorblade just makes him an impossible target. Ursa has the BKB, so he can definitely be a big nuisance. Vierg, he would like to tank this one, and he will. Lucas just runs himself away. It is going to be a Doom being used again, and with a Sharpshooter, they get themselves a kill. Arrow will finally be using that one. That's a 45-second cooldown spell that we have seen maybe 2 or 3 times in this game. Not bad for Rise Esports. They get themselves a kill. They push out the Terrorblade from the triangle, but overall not the biggest of deals. YNT are not going to be crying for that one. There is no Doom. They do lose the Aegis, but without the Doom, it means that Yegor is pretty much immortal anyways. So Bad has his BKB, he's going for a Blink. Those Blink daggers are really going to change a lot, because finally Rise Esports are going to have something to play around with. Ping, Magnum. Be okay, there is a BKB on Dodron, so you can remove the global science if it does come to it. Start jumping in, YNT are not going to do it. They just force Rise Esports towards the bottom lane, and that's about it. Oh, immediate smoke. This is a good one. If you can catch them in the mid lane, that would be perfect. Batrider still has his 9-second BKB. Same is true for the Ursa. It's time for YNT to try to force those out. Rise Esports, on the other hand, they would like big battles between the team. Storm, who has he found? It's going to be Arrow. There's going to be an easy kill. He still has a lot of mana to play with. Blizzy also being chased down. He doesn't have a Blink, and the Storm, well, he has so much mobility. He's going to be getting on top of him. He does have the Haste Rune, and really not going to be in any kind of trouble. The Doom will be taken down. Just a matter of time. Blizzy does his best to run as far as he can, but it's not going to be enough. No more Glyph for Rise Esports. You're missing 2 heroes, and you're probably going to be missing this tier 2 in the mid lane as well. Actually, they had the Glyph. It did refresh. Well, let's see if it's going to be enough for YNT to feel like they need to get themselves out of this, out of the way here. Nexus has been going strong, Terrorblade Illusion is going strong, and the tower should be able to get taken down. Rise Esports, they are not showing any kind of interest in defending it. YNT give themselves another tower. When they played against Cybercast, they didn't. They only lost 1 tower for the entirety of the game. Now it's looking like they're trying to do the same thing here against Rise Esports to show that they're definitely the best team out of the 3 that are playing today. So Yegor, Linken's 1,500 gold away from it, but Lucas, he has already finished his. Next item gonna be a Scotty, and then he's gonna be going into damage. But overall, they don't need much of it. 13-8, not the most action-packed of games. I expected the Storm to, after taking the Aegis, be a bit more aggressive, but we're seeing that he isn't that comfortable with his mana. Doom now has the Blink. Batrider, I think he finished his off as well. Let's see if they'll be able to get any kind of jump. Vierg has been the punching bag of the Doom. This time around it is gonna be him that does get caught. Force staff. Well, he's not getting out of this one. Is he Yegor with Lotus Orb? Oh, they do have the Sunder. Is that gonna be enough for him to survive? With the Global Silence coming out, it might just be that Sunder not gonna be enough. The Global Silence and the Sunder not gonna be enough to save his life. Vierg might be next, coming in with Big Num. The thing is that their Terrorblade can't fight. Doesn't have the meta. He doesn't have the HP. He doesn't have the ulti. He doesn't have anything. And you're gonna be losing 2 cores. They gave so much there to save the Storm, but in the end, it cost them 1 more life. And your idea to save the mid lane tower for a long time, not gonna be happening. Rise Esports with the smoke, they're gonna be doing so much. One thing that YNT have been doing badly in this game in particular is breaking the smokes. These smokes of Rise, they were quite obvious, and you have a clockwork. So I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't Bignum that is just putting himself in front there to die, so that none of his cores actually suffer. I'm very surprised by that. Roche isn't gonna be spawning, and you will not have the lasso nor the doom for the Roche fight, whereas YNT, they might have everything. See Storm now on top lane, Arcane Rune. He's ready to go for Dodger, who now doesn't have a BKB. He wants to get himself out, but look at the damage that's going to be done to him. How do you survive this? Going for a TP out, that's not going to be happening. Yegor does way too much damage for you to hope that that is going to be successful. Oh, second Roche, Rise Esports, they need it. They do have 3 BKBs now. 2 of those are down to 8. What? Oh, they found the Storm. That is a big kill. That is actually a huge kill. With this, you might be able to secure the Roche because he's up in 5 seconds. Okay, Black Archangel, he finds the Storm. Yegor needs to be careful with that. You might get the Lincolns, but even the Lincolns is not gonna help you against that. The Roots, the Bushwhack. No chance of surviving it. He wasn't expecting that one. That is a big mess up coming out from Yegor. But the Terrorblade is still farming. He is not the one dropping down. Ursa approaching the Bash. That's going to be something that's going to be helping him against the Terrorblade. Imagine you are saving your son. They're like, yeah, I got this. And then you get bashed and just mauled to death by the Ursa. That Prophet going for a Halberd, no surprise there. It is a great item counter for Ursa. If you get it off before he gets the Enrage, well, he's not really going to be able to reduce it at all. All the ultis, apart from the Overgrowth, they are ready. The thing is that Rise Esports, they have to deal with the lanes first. And that is the downside of their lineup. Why I still don't favor them. In this game, they're always gonna have to be dealing with waves. Yes, you do have a Train Protector, so you don't have to be worried about your towers, but you're gonna be dropping significantly behind. In gold, not so much because of the Doom, but in experience, you will. They go for a smoke. Where do they want to go? Supports of Rise Esports, they're very much underfarmed, and that's the only reason why they're not super far ahead in this game. They even so much to their cores. When you look at the Treant and the Hoodwink, these two don't really need that many items, do they? And Clockwork and the Silencer, they're not going to be super amazing because of the items. You see, instead of high ground, he's going to be silenced up. He didn't pop the BKB. That's a dangerous thing to do. He's going to pop it now. He's taking a lot of damage. He wants to go for the Doom onto Yegor. The Global Silence does come out, preventing him from doing so. They're still going for him. Now the Overgrowth going to be used. Vyark immediately removes it. He does have some nice armor being bashed by Dirsa. Does have the Enrage there. Will be silenced up. He will have to pop his BKB if he wants to live. And there it is. Dino now running away. You don't have those beautiful Bushwhack into the backlines onto 3. But Yegor has enough mana to go for Dino, who wants to go to the low ground. But the thing is, I can follow you everywhere. He turns around to fight Roar. No one is afraid of the bear here. YNT, very good at hunting. Will be taking him down. Rise Esports, I might lose the Roche because of this. No buyback on the Ursa. Let's see how much they can actually do. Doom is still at the ready, but he doesn't have a BKB. Storm is gonna get his Lincolns broken there by the 8 toss. Lucas, he wants to get destroyed, but this is too dangerous. YNT are gonna have to think twice if they want to go for this one or no. 40 seconds until the Ursa might be better off going in. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They found the Doom. You don't have the BKB this time around. You are dead. They'll push him back, create a gap there between him and the rest of his team. And Arrow, he offers himself as the bonus. That's exactly what he's gonna be. Slayer secures him, takes away his intelligence. Really, we don't know how much he had there standing so close to the enemies when he's so vulnerable to going down. And YNT, they win a big fight. And now they're going to be securing themselves the Roche. And possibly the whole game here, round robin, we're going to be knowing the victors immediately. And if YNT wins, the Rise Esports and Cybercats are going to be fighting for that 5th spot. It is basically just going to be a game for $2,000. If YNT managed to close this one out. Currently, it's looking like they will be able to, but it is still not over. Second Roche being taken away from the Ursa. He's going to be slightly annoyed by that one. I didn't see who got the shard for YNT. I guess Clockwork is actually a good one. Actually, Storm is quite nice. But Terrorblade is going to be doing more damage. Yeah, they gave it to the Storm. So you can give the charges there of your passive to your teammates. That's actually quite huge. So 6k gold lead now for YNT. They're in a really good position. The Terrorblade has a Scotty. Big items are coming out. Once he gets a small crit, even the damage output will be insane. They give the Aegis to the Storm. It is going to be the Terrorblade. He wants to have the double life. Black Archangel gets over the cliff there, but there is a gem on the Storm, so wherever you go into the trees, it doesn't matter. He will follow you. Song goes, I follow, and that's exactly what Jaeger is doing here to Black Archangel. But not something that the captain of Rise agreed to, it seems like. While the Terrorblade is showing in the bottom lane, the triangle of Rise is being taken. They don't want to allow them to farm. The jump winners has been caught. He does get the enrage off. Bushwhack will not be connecting, and they break the Lincolns of the Storm. He does have the regen rune, so he's going to be fine. We'll get all of his mana back, and he will be ready for battle again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, double Lotus Orbs on YNT. They've itemized really well. Lotus Orb is just amazing in this game. You know, extra armor, of course, against the Ursa, but Doom, that, so many things. Blizzy gonna be caught. He's taking so much damage. Lotus Orb, yeah, for a lasso. You lasso yourself, dodging. He's gonna be staying there for a long time, and the Terrorblade does come over. Global Silence was used, and the Storm can continue going forward. He doesn't have that much mana. He wants to get himself to the high ground. What a force step there. You're not going anywhere. You wanted to do more damage, but you should have just used that one, gotten yourself to the high ground, and survived. Now they're coming for your base. The glyph will be used. Living armor is there as well. It's not going to be easy to go through this, but look at these two beasts just mauling on your tower, destroying your base. Oh no, the Hoodwind bought back. What are we going to do? Oh yes, we're going to continue crushing your base and destroying everything in our wake. They still have the Aegis on the Terrorblade. Exorcism and the meta, they should be expiring soon, but not before. They're done with the job. Lucas wants to make sure that the full reign of Rax is gone, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. YNT, they get a lane of Rax and increase their lead to 14,000. It was 7k just a second ago, but a big fight buybacks and the Raxes are going to be giving them this much of an advantage. Aghanim Scepter on the Storm, almost done. Rise Esports, it's now or never. You have to use the smoke. You have to get out of your base. If you don't, you're gonna be facing a much, much stronger YNT. During that time that you want to get out of the base, there is still an Aegis active. That shouldn't be dissuading them. They have to make something happen, but they're not. The Terrorblade is just sending the illusions into the triangle. YNT know that they're not being chased. They know that they've probably won this best of one round robin. I'm starting to get tears in my eyes because the Eastern European DPC is finally coming to an end. It has been 6 weeks, 6 long and fun weeks now, and we're then gonna have a major to watch. So Dota, just so many great games to go through. Sorry guys for getting emotional there. Every event that ends does tend to hit different. Storm, he has found the Hoodwink, and yeah, no one is going to be finding Arrow ever again. Actually, he does get the Bushwhack. Is it going to be enough to live? Nah, not really. He's going to be found by the Clockwork, and Vier comes over to secure the kill. Like, Storm, if you don't want to be doing it, you feel bad for the little squirrel. I do not. Lucas on the top lane. Glyph is ready. Rise Esports, they have one more glyph to use. Living armor has been used on the tower. It's really not going to be helping too much against the Terrorblade and his illusions. Metamorphosis at the ready. Aegis out in 10 seconds. Are you going to be content with just forcing the enemies to come over? It seems like that's going to be the case. He doesn't want to continue with only 8 seconds left on the Aegis. A jump could be good from Rise. Black Archangel. They're gonna know. They're gonna be jumping on a Terrorblade. The Link is there. The Lotus Orb is there. He's gonna be dooming himself. And Lucas, can they save him? Yes, they can. He didn't even get doomed. He's gonna get lassoed. Use everything on me, and I still live. I don't even need the Sunder. Give me your soul, Silencer, because I'm ending this one right here, right now. Dodger and running back to the base. But Rise Esports, it is time for you to write 2 little letters there, because this game, it is gone. It is over. They're gonna call GG. YNT are gonna be 4th on the standings here at the Eastern European DPC Division 2. And Rise Esports, they're going to be fighting for spot number 5 against Cybercats. So that's going to be 11,000, I was about to say gold and net worth, but $11,000 for YNT. They showed today that they're better than these two teams. They really did play well. Of course, best of ones. They're not the real representation of strength, but they already once in the DPC beat these teams 2-1, both of them. They lost game number 1 against both of them. Just goes to show that they have improved, that they're looking much more solid. They even lost the laning stage in this one, and they took it back. It wasn't a huge loss. They weren't trailing super far behind, but they were not ahead, and they still managed to fight through that one in the end and the game in just 35 minutes. With that being said, guys, that means we only have really one more game to be played. Rise Esports versus Cybercats, $2,000 on the line. Whoever wins gets $9,000. Whoever loses is going to be 6th and will get $7,000, but still it is more so gonna be a fight for glory here at the last game of the DPC in Eastern Europe in Division 2. That being said, guys, we're gonna go for a break for one last time, and then we'll be back with the last game.